All right, Airstream update. Oh, damn, forgot my keys. Didn't realize I was going to be leaving 10 minutes ago, but I needed a benchtop grinder for polishing up the windows on the Airstream. Not the window, not the glass, but just the metal surrounds around the windows. So I didn't realize that I was going to be buying this today, but I found a really good deal on it, and he needed cash. So who carries cash anymore? So I had to borrow some money from my kids. So I have to pay them back very quickly, but let's go get a benchtop grinder. So the timing is actually pretty good with getting some of these tools that I'm going to be needing. So like the rivet gun, for example, I'm going to be needing that for some of the body work that I'm going to have to do, as well as all the windows. I'm going to have to put all the windows back together using rivets. But the funny thing about Airstreams are that I feel like if this was my second or third Airstream, I would have all the tools that I need to do this restoration. I just don't want to go out and purchase every single tool out there that everyone working on Airstream uses, because maybe I don't need it. Although there are tools that I know I'm going to need, like a rivet gun. So I'm just trying to be as conservative as possible, but I don't know. Maybe it'll come back and bite me in the end, or maybe I'll just be waiting a lot longer for other things to arrive. The goal is to hopefully sell it and then use the proceeds from that to either purchase another Airstream, which I'm feeling pretty confident so far, although I feel like I'm like an eighth of the way through this restoration project, but I'm feeling pretty confident, and I think confidence is part of it. But I'm hopeful that we can at least, you know, get enough knowledge base after doing this restoration that if we decide to do it again, then, you know, we'll have at least all the tools, hopefully, that we need and the knowledge to do so. Everything always costs more and takes longer than expected, and we're pacing fairly well. Winter is hard to work on an Airstream, especially in Ogden, Utah, because you have the snow to have to contend with. And maybe if I had a nice big heated workshop, that would be different. That'd be a whole different story. But there's a lot of logistics with performing a restoration on an Airstream in winter. So these are my own thoughts as far as like what the next step could look like. So right now in the Airstream, I have all the exterior walls exposed on the inside of the trailer, right? So there's no insulation, there are no walls, there's nothing impeding me from inspecting the backside of the shell, essentially. So my thought is I'm going to have to start insulating the trailer. And when I start insulating the trailer, I want to make sure that the trailer doesn't leak. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that the shell basically in like a waterproof state, right? Like I need to make sure that it does not leak. And so part of that is the windows. So our windows are really bad. The tint on the inside, and they're dual pane windows, the tint on the inside of the dual pane was bubbling. So we had to pull them apart, and that was a huge ordeal. We have a video on that, but we got them pulled apart. I have to add new tint to them, put them back together, and then put them back in the trailer. Around the glass, there's this shroud. I don't know if I'm saying the right words, but a shroud of aluminum that encases the window. And so I knew that for the window, in order for me to get it done, I need basically a polishing wheel. But I want a benchtop mounted polishing wheel. So I'm online last night and found one, only about 30 minutes away, but I found one for $30, which is awesome, because brand new, they can be pretty expensive. So found one for $30. The guy got back to me this morning. I'm going to be using that to polish up the window shrouds, because it's going to be a lot easier when they're not encased around the glass to polish it. So now that I have them all apart, I can polish them individually and then be able to encase the glass again. we got it. There it is right there. Little benchtop grinder. It's a great deal. Guy was super nice. He was super helpful. I feel like he is the goal to get to someday. So he's retired, has this big shop in the back, tons of toys around. He's got campers, he's got side-by-sides, he's got it was a really old truck. I don't know what year it was, but super old truck. Lots of little projects in there, but he's like, yeah, I'm retired and just tinker with stuff now. I think that is the goal someday, to be able to retire and just be able to do what you want. So hopefully someday, I hope someday I will get there. Gotta stop by Cutler's if you're ever in Centerville. They make the best sandwiches. And it looks like, oh, there's a long line. Might just have to go in. Anyways, this place is amazing. So if you're ever in Centerville, Cutler's is pretty good. Oh yeah. Okay, got it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, but I bet you got it.
Guys.